We're live.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Shake and Bake with USA Crypto Group. Today, we are hosting an AMA with the team from Step Up. With all things crypto, this AMA is going to be for informational purposes only, and it is not financial advice. It is your responsibility to do your own research when making investment decisions, so keep that in mind. For any new listeners, we generally start with a brief introduction of the project, followed by open discussion for any listeners or questions. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the AMA channel, and we'll be sure to get to those at the end. The other cool thing too tonight is we've got 7 whitelist spot giveaways, and we do have some cash prizes as well. So one of the things that I want to do with Step Up is for a brief overview of what they are, and I'll just read this off their white paper, but Step Up is designed to encourage individuals to move around, which is important part of their daily routine for most people. This project aids in the implementation of working move and earn model, in which users are provided with NFTs in the form of athletic shoes. Users can earn game currency by walking, jogging, or running around, which can be utilized in-game or cash out for profits. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce James, and his team is on today. And James, feel free to present your screen, and feel free to tell us about your team, yourself, the project, and it's all up to you now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. My name is Clinton Brown. Actually, my friends call me James. That's why I have James Brown on my TG. Uh, I'm the CEO of Step Up, and I'm live together with 2 of my team members. It's probably a larger team, but just 2 of us are here. 3 of us are here currently. We have Noel, the mobile app developer, so he will be sharing its on the mobile app. And we also have the CMO Success. She's going to be giving us an overview of what we need to know. I'll be here in case any question is available. I can always answer. Thank you so much. I think Noel and Success can say hi at this moment.
Hi everyone.
Hello and welcome.
All right, sir. Over to you. I think I need the admin rights to be able to project my screen. Don't know.
You should be able to share it. Mike, is there anything that we need to do to let him open it up?
No, he should be everybody here should be able to share the screen.
Yeah, I'll just check that and do that right now. Thank you.
There it is. Perfect.
We can see it. You could probably just minimize the other one.
Okay, I think I need to minimize this too. I'll just do that right now. All right, I think it's clear now.
Yep, looks great.
All right, thank you so much. So this is the website. Can get started with proceeding.
Did you ask if we could see the website? Yes, we can.
Okay, so can we proceed now?
Perfect. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. Thank you. At this moment, success, and then you could help us go on an overview of the project so we can all understand it.
Okay, so Step Up is actually an app that enables our users to earn and also to earn through their daily activities and movement. Okay, so we have the game fee. It's actually integrated with both the game fee and social fee in it. So all you just have to do is to, you know, go about, put on the phone, let's download our app. You just have to download our app, put on, download our app, make use of the phone, and just purchase NFTs, and you begin to earn. So it is an app that encourages people to live a healthier lifestyle and also rewards them with incentive based on their activities. So there's so many activities in the app you can actually do. You get to rent shoes, you get to lease shoes, or you get to do so many other things as well. You can actually put on this app on the background mode and earn as well. So
Is there a, sorry, is there a way that when you're covering some of these items, maybe you might be able to show them on your white paper so that way people have an idea of what you're talking about correlated to the items that you're discussing? If not, not a big deal.
The
Just
white
go
paper
ahead.
now. Can't see the white paper now.
Yep, we can see the white paper now.
Please continue.
okay, so Step Up is an app that's integrated with so many activities where you get to, buy, purchase NFTs. Then you get to either run, jog, or walk. And by so doing this, you get to earn our reward token, which is the STU token. It's our reward token. And also we have the STP token, which is our governance token, and you can only get the STP token once you get to level 30. Okay, so Step Up basically, while doing anything, as far as it makes you to move about, you can just earn just by moving around and doing so many other things. Okay, thank you. That's majorly a brief intro on what Step Up is all about.
Okay, so with the, I guess one of the questions I have is, you mentioned the level tiers. How many levels is there that people can participate in, and how high does it go, or is it going to be limitless at some point in time?
Okay, in total, we have 50 levels. There are 50 levels in total.
Okay, and then in those 50 levels, what does one need to do in order to accomplish each level to get to it? So, is there a certain amount of steps to get to level 2, and then to get to level 3, you got to complete more steps, or is it just a consistent amount of steps throughout each level to go to the next level? How does that part work?
Okay, you need to take a few number of steps to be able to upgrade to the next level. the higher your steps, the higher the level you get to. And also to upgrade to the next level as well, you need to get gems, upgrade your sneakers, the sneakers attributes, you know, change the sneakers if it is damaged and all of that to be able to upgrade to the next level. And once you get to level 30, that is when you get to earn our governance token, which is the STP. Okay, thank you.
And then when you get to level 30, how can you explain what the benefit is of earning the STP token? Just just an overview of what that looks like. So prior to getting to level 30, you're just earning level increases versus the STP token, and then after the level 30, that's when the benefit is to you're accruing the actual token thereafter. Is that what that is?
Okay, when you get to level 30, you earn both the STP tokens and the STU tokens. Yeah, so you get to earn both at the same time at level 30 and above. Yeah, thank.
Okay, and then go ahead, James. Sorry.
All right, so I just wanted to add up to something may have said. At level 30, you get to earn the STP token, and the STU token are exposed to NFT airdrops. At level 30, you are now eligible to rent your NFTs. Uh, you are eligible to earn from leasing your NFTs on the app. The number of NFTs that has been made. So that will be minted. We have just over a few hundreds of thousands of NFTs because we're expecting over 2 million persons to be using the app minimum. And so you have a defined number of NFTs. You need to rent these NFTs once the minted ones are exhausted. We're not minting another. Once the minted ones are exhausted, you need to rent these NFTs and continue. So players who get to level 30, users who are at level 30, level 31, 32, 33, and above, they at that point can rent out their NFTs and earn passive income from it. Thank you.
And then with the NFT rentals, is that something that's how do they is that something that's all processed inside the app, or is that going to be on the website? How does that part work?
Well, everything is actually processed inside the app. Thank you.
Okay. I did download the app earlier. It is pretty cool. The one thing that threw me off initially is when I did download the app, I initially signed up with when it says the username. It didn't. I actually put in a username. I didn't put an email address in. Is that something that's going to change, or does it always need to be an email address associated with it in order to create the account? Create the account.
Okay. It's going to be your username and a password. We want to, as much as possible, assure users of the app that they are details, their privacy details are safe, so they don't need to use their emails. So you just need to create a username, create a password.
Okay. And then with this, is there, so if I want to compete with friends, because I currently do something similar, like this is, like Fitbit or Samsung. I have a Samsung, so I also challenge friends. Is there, I didn't see this in there, but in the roadmap or, anything like that, but are you guys going to add, certain challenges to where you can, square up against some of your friends and try to compete in steps in like a group setting, or something that's universal where it's like globally?
Okay, we're going to come up with since we're gonna come up with systems where we're gonna create races between different people, but this is actually going to come up once the app has been upgraded.
Okay. Let me look at my other questions. So would you guys mind going over your tokenomics for everyone right now? And then have you done any private sales? Um, I would imagine that you have, since you got the app and everything going and the website is looking the way that it is. Have you done any of that prior? And what is your initial market cap looking like for when you launch on PinkSale?
All right, for our tokenomics, we have 9% is going to be listed on PancakeSwap. And for our sex listing, we're going to be listing 10% for different exchanges like that of Binance, Gate.io. And for our ecosystem, we have 30% of tokens going to our ecosystem for our pre-sale. And this is also what will be sold to our investors. And also for our move to earn, we have 25% of the token going for this. This is what we'll use for our reward pool. It's actually going to be kept for our reward pool. And then for our team token, we have 8%. Then for our marketing token, we have 9%. And our advisors token is 3%. And 6% of the tokens will be burnt within 2 to 3 months interval so as to push up the price of the tokens a bit.
Okay, I'm gonna come in to throw more lights on the development private sale. We haven't done any private sale. Uh, we initially planned to do a private sale sometime this week, but we had to halt it because we want to. PinkSale are currently building a very unique DeFi private pad. So we are looking towards using their private sale pad. I spoke with Saul, the one of PinkSale, and he gave an assurance that it will be live on the 30th. So we could be the first project to actually make use of the pad and see how we could do a private raise there. We're just looking at a hard cap of 150 BNB for private, and then subsequently within 7 days or more, do we'll have our pre-sale, and it's going to be a cap pre-sale. Uh, Funds from private, we're targeting to use it for more exposure and marketing. And so far, so good. The team has been able to borrow all expenses up to this point. The app is as good as ready, just few tweaks to be made on it. And then we're hoping that your community can massively download the app, look at it, and kind of share things you that we can add to the app. We would love that because we want it to be a community motivated app, an app that everyone loves to use. So you can download the app and utilize it. And then for funds from pre-sale is totally from private sale is totally going to market. We need to get the word out for this project. It's $1 million project, so we need to really get the word out. Uh, but that's just the basics for now.
Okay, and then appreciate that. And then just to kind of go into some of the details, reviewing the white paper right now, I think some people might be curious, as far as like upgrades and things like that when you're competing. But on the white paper where it says the sneaker types, can you kind of talk about like the sneaker types and how those work, how people can achieve those certain levels, and what that process looks like? I think it's on page 13.
Can you kindly repeat the question, please? I didn't really get it. I was trying to sort it out.
Yeah, just curious if you can just kind of walk us through the sneaker types and how they work and how you achieve them, and based off of the fitness, just how they work.
Okay, thank you. I think my app developer will throw more light on it because he's actually working on the app so he can give clearer information on that.
Hi everyone. As you've seen on the screen, there are currently four categories of sneakers, and each of them have their optimal speed ranges. Deviating outside these speed ranges, actually impacts the SCP earned by the user in a negative way. So the user needs to stay within the speed ranges of the shoes that he has minted in order to receive the reward tokens as the energy is being used. Oh, that's the end of the that's the end of the question. I'm sorry.
Okay, and like if you can, I was just about to go to the sneaker quality as well. If you can go into that.
The features of the sneakers based on the category of the sneakers are randomized for rarity, and an oracle is used to ensure the integrity of the random values used to select the minimum or maximum attributes of the sneakers. These attributes of the sneakers affect the drop rates and the performance of the sneakers while the user is taking an active run. All of these factors are considered in the smart contract while the workout is ongoing. I hope this answers the question.
And then just to add, each kind of sneaker you use actually has their own efficiency, they have their own speed. So if you want to maximize and earn more on the app, you actually have to use a good sneaker. It's just like we're trying to bring the real life situation. You cannot try running with a Timberland quote or something heavy. If you're using something heavy to run, it will actually slow down your pace. But that's the different kinds of if you use something light, you'll be able to run faster. If you use something lighter, you'll be able to run faster. Something more fitting could actually help you. So just different, trying to bring what happens physically to the NFT world. That's what we're trying to do. Different types of sneakers, different attributes. If you're using, for instance, if you're using a sneaker with the legendary level, you obviously know you'll be earning more points. Using something with the common level, you'll be earning less points. Just that's the division. If you're using a sneaker epic, you can see you're earning, you have a max attribute of about 63 points. And if you're using something with common, you might be 10 points. So each of them varies according to their uh, the class of sneaker you're using, and you can upgrade the classes of this sneaker from probably common to uncommon, rare to epic, but it's all a function of the gem you choose to acquire on the marketplace. You use the gems to upgrade the quality of your sneakers, the efficiency, the attributes of your sneaker to get it better. And going forward, we'll even have a portal where you can actually customize your own sneaker. At level 30, you can design your put into it and probably have it sold on the NFT marketplace. Your kind of sneaker just fitting as you like it with the attributes you will like. These are things you'll be able to do on the app. And then the gems are very important because you use them to upgrade the different types of sneakers. And we're going to put out a YouTube video taking good explanations on each of the gems, each of the sockets, why you need what you need, the different types of sneaker, how to upgrade it, how to utilize the app in details. All these will be available on our YouTube channel. We already have about 2 videos uploaded, but we'll be coming more with in-depth explanations on the app on the YouTube videos.
So one of the questions that I had for like the sneaker level, which I think is pretty cool, at level 30 gives you the ability to customize it. So if you do any customizing, adding quotes or, any, extra attributes that you put on there, does that level it up to a different level, or is it just more for the looks purpose?
It just helps you for the looks purpose and then also um, help to improve your earnings. So depending on, obviously, to customize your own sneaker, you will need to acquire some certain kind of gems that will help you to customize your sneaker. So based on the gems you have, you'll be able to customize your sneakers.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
Let's stay open to more questions from your community.
Yeah, if there's anyone in the community that has any questions, by all means, feel free to jump in and ask.
Hey guys, yeah. So I'm just looking at your white paper here. Scrolling down to I think page 32 here, system of credit. Just kind of, can you shed some light on how that system of credit you guys plan on utilizing? I'm seeing here that you need to reach a minimum score to use the program's essentials. Um, is that a hard thing to reach, 2 of 5, or is it I see the maximum credit rating is 5.5, which probably is the best thing. But yeah, if you could shed a little more light on your system of credit, that'd be great.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna explain that personally. The system of credit helps for rentals. Now, um, if you want to start renting NFT on the app or on the NFT rental place, you need to improve your credit ratings, your credit quality, your credit score rather, to be able to access high class NFTs on the app. Now, someone with a 1/5, everyone starts at a 1/5 credit level. At that point, you'll be able to rent items. You may not be able to get a sneaker of legendary quality at a credit score of 1/5. That's more like the basic. And then the more you rent, the more you stay faithful in the rental dealings, the more you increase your credit score. And then when you get to 5/5, you'll be able to rent probably someone who has a customized shoe up you able to rent that. But you start from somewhere. Now the rental system was designed for uh, it's not gonna be fun if users cannot make money using the app outside just earning from running and exercising. We want to have you can open a business store on our app. That's the idea. So you have your shoes. Probably you've been able to mint 20, 30 shoes. You cannot use all the 20, 30 shoes. You could put them up for rent and keep earning passive income from it. So, but you don't want to rent your special shoe in quotes or your level 30 kind of shoe, your customized shoe to someone who just got started. You're not sure the person is going to be utilizing this very well. So we want people to build their credit score. First of all, with a good credit score, you can rent very good items. Thank you.
Oh wow, that's very well thought out. I like that. Yeah, definitely a good system of credit there going on. Coming down to page 34, talking about the governance ability to vote. What are these types of things that we're going to be able to be voted on, and you know, what can you do with your voting power?
Okay, for the governance ability to vote, lots of changes will be made on the app. Obviously, we have to stay ahead, and one of the ways to stay ahead is to keep coming up with innovations, uh, listening to the community, and then taking suggestions from the community on areas we need to improve. We don't just take suggestions from one person, and because one person said it, we implement it on the entire community. Uh, Members, holders, NFT holders, token holders should be able to decide, look at this suggestion and tell us if, okay, this is perfect, this is good for the project. Is it going to take the project to the level? Um, we could be having a situation where we need to increase the percentage that goes for renting. Um, Currently, if you rent a shoe and use it to run, you just earn about 80%. 10% goes back to the uh, person who rent owns the shoe originally, and then 10% to the ecosystem. So we will be having this kind of decisions. If we decide to increase the sharing ratio, we would be putting up this kind of things for votes. So if we want to increase the transactions, the trading fees on the marketplace, it will be subject to the community votes. It's not you cannot build $1 million project, a project that will have over 1-2 million users on it with um, uh, just 2 or 3 persons taking decisions. It doesn't really work out well. So we encourage democracy. It's going to be a democratic system where everybody can vote, but you need to attain the basic requirements for voting as we stated in the white paper. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that. I agree. Getting everybody's opinion and feedback is vital to good growth. Coming down to your taxes, can you break down the taxes for me? Buy taxes, the sell taxes, and where those will be allocated to? And also, if there is a 24-hour buy or sell tax for when this coin launches as well.
All right. So for the taxes, on launch, we'll be having transaction tax of 5% for buys and 15% for sales. We encourage more buys, obviously, than the sales. We don't want the chat getting messy as much as possible. We're trying as much as possible to ensure the chat is a bit clean. So encourage 5% is to 15%. Now, for the 24-hour tax ratio, we'll put it up to the community to decide. It's a community-driven project, not just a team-driven project. We want the community to decide. We would have a pool, what the community wants to be the buy tax for the first 24 hours to encourage good buys, and then what the community will love this sell tax to replace that, but probably obviously it may not go below 10 or 15%, because we will try as much as possible to avoid much dumps on listing. And then from the tax, we'll be having few percent, 1% of the buy tax out of the 5%. 1% goes to the bond, is going to be bonds of 2% to liquidity and 2% for marketing. And for the sell tax, we'll have about 6% going for liquidity, 6% for marketing, and the rest 3% is going to be burnt off. At least we try to use the bonding mechanism to help sustain the price stability. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that. That's it seems like a pretty good allocation there. Coming up to page 27. All right, hold on here. Yeah, page 27, the treasury box. Can you enlighten a little bit on the treasury box and what the use of that will be for?
Okay, I'll explain the treasury box and how it works. Now, the treasury box is more like, do I use the word airdrop? Yeah, more like an airdrop to users on the app. You open your app once in 7 days, once in 3 days, and you get lucky to have a box. Click the box to open, and you could earn gems, you could earn energy, you could earn um, things you should have bought. You could even earn NFT shoes, sneakers. You could earn different kinds of sneakers opening the treasury box. It's more like a giveaway back to the community. Uh, it's going to be more fun if you're sure that once in a while when you come onto the app, when you open up the app, you are seeing certain things the community is giving to you. So that's the way the treasury box works. The quality of the treasury box is obviously going to be determined by the number of tokens you have, because we are going to try to randomize it, and then um, the type of sneakers you have, it's going to be a bit random, so you may not be getting the same thing over and over. If you are a constant user of the app, you stand a chance to get more better items from the treasury box. If you're a once in a while, in quotes, user of the app, you may just be getting a few things. You would obviously miss out on a whole lot of freebies that will be given by the project to you on the app. So that's just the concept of the treasury box. It's more like free airdrops of certain items on it. Thank you.
Yeah, I like that as a good way to incentivize the everyone to continue to sign in and check and continue to use the app daily. I like that. Coming down to page 36 on your roadmap here, I'm just looking into Q3 here. I see partnerships with top brands. What can we expect those types of top brands? What are those top brands?
For top brands, we are coming up with a fitness project. So we are looking towards the health sector. We are looking towards fitness, the fitness world as much as possible. We're looking towards companies engage in the production of these kind of things that we are doing. We could have customized Nick shoes live on our app, but that obviously we will obviously secure partnership with them to do such. We could have a marathon sponsored by UNICEF on the app just to keep people healthy. We could have the World Health Organization sponsor a marathon. These are certain partnerships that will help for publicity. And these are things that are actually easy to get, not so difficult. And then the community is key. Exposing this kind of project to the world, the community, you would have a whole lot of persons on your community. So when they come up with certain brands they feel we can with, obviously we'll give them a listening ear. And your community is also key. You can also come up with things. You can also suggest to us areas or organizations you would love us to partner with. We'll take it down and then we'll begin to work towards it. Thank you.
That's great. Yeah, community feedback is key. Still in Q3 here, I see the staking of STU tokens. Is there any way that maybe the staking could get pushed up a little bit quicker? I know having staking closer to launch is always a really solid way to create that good floor.
Okay, yeah. It's currently in Q3, but we are going to be working. We're currently in Q2 already, so we could have it as much as possible. We're trying to, first of all, finish all the tweaks on the app, and probably much after I finish speaking, I would like my app developer to give us more updates on the app, what has been done so far. It gives us an overview to what we're expecting. So taking is coming in as much as possible, as early as possible. It's actually is going to help because stake tokens, the amount of tokens you've staked is actually going to be used to determine your voting rights on the platform. So it's going to be coming in very, very much early. But Noel, I think you should give us an overview of the development that has gone so far on the app.
Yeah, I mean, everything kind of looks pretty well laid out here on the roadmap here. I'm sorry, go ahead, Dev.
Some updates that have been made to the app are mostly security updates, some patches, some fixes. Some users complained about certain things. So we've also improved our error messages so that they are more concise. We've also upgraded most of the app's interface, so it has a more rich interface. We've expanded the functionality on the wallet, so users can move their tokens and assets in and out of the wallet, while keeping everything very simple, even for people that aren't as trained as others. Also, we're still upgrading our anti-cheat mechanism and the gaming and the logic that rewards users tokens for exercising. This way, no one is capable of exploiting the project, or rather the earning facilities. We're also reviewing the code base for security bugs, and we're also patching and fixing it as we go along. That's the summary of the general updates. The next version of the app should be up in maybe 24-36 hours. And hopefully the community will also be able to test it at that point in time.
Thank you, Noel. Thank you so much. Thank you for the updates. So you can see the app work is actually, we're trying to facilitate it to ensure that we get done with all we have for Q2 as fast as possible, and then we'll get to this taking right up. Thank you.
Yeah, that all sounds great. That's all the questions. Anybody else has any questions, please feel free.
Yeah, question. Okay, my question is regarding the safety and security of your project. What security measures have you put in place to make sure that this project is safe enough for investors? Do you have any audit report yet? And have your team done any KYC, and are you planning to docs in the future? And if no, what is your reason?
All right, wonderful question. Wonderful question. Okay, so if you are on our Telegram group, you will notice that we have undergone KYC with two reputable pads already in the space. We've undergone KYC with PinkSale. We've undergone KYC with GemPad. They issued their KYC certificate to us also, and we are currently looking towards more um, reputable companies in the space to undergo KYC because we know how important the safety of investors are. And then the token contract has been audited by analytics, and we are looking towards a full app audit by either Cetic or Solid.io as soon as it's live on launch. So we get our investors and the users of the app to be sure that everything is working perfectly without any glitch. Their details are safe. And we in future plan to docs. Very soon we will be coming up with video ads that community members can help to use for a bit of marketing. We'll have videos of people using the app within different countries. It will also help with marketing. The project team also using the app. We even have customized t-shirts, customized caps that will be sending to after we release some of the project team's videos using the app. So we have a whole lot in store. Probably price sale investors may qualify, may be the first set of persons to qualify for the step of customized caps, the step of my t-shirts. So when they want to go jogging, running, exercising in the morning, carry out their athletic work, they can kit up a step of kits and then actually earn. So these are things we plan to do. Investors say it's one priority and we're not taking it for granted. Thank you.
Okay, and second, initially I overheard you said you are expecting over 200 million people to use your app. So my question is, what special marketing strategy do you have or have you put in place to make sure you achieve what you said?
Okay, point of correction, I didn't mention 200 million, please. Actually lead to a closer shutdown of our server currently. So we're not looking towards at the moment, but we're looking towards 2 million users on the platform. And what is our marketing strategy? So far, so good. The crypto space has been at the moment, I think 1/5 of the world's population is interested in crypto, and if we have over 8.7 billion persons in the world, we are looking at a market size of over 1 billion persons who are interested in the crypto space. And when you talk about health, you're talking about something everyone worldwide needs. So down to the marketing strategy. I would like Success to show more light because she's the CMO. I shouldn't be answering her question. So, Success, can you please just update us? Can you please just update us on the details on the marketing?
For our marketing plans, we plan to make use of the best marketing strategy to promote our project and also to push it to our intended users. So considering the utility of this project, we will be marketing to a very wide audience. And so we're going to be working with top Telegram influencers, the likes of Gollum Germ, Caesar, Venom, and also Crypto Monkey. So our aim is to ensure that 50% of Telegram users are aware of our app. And we're also going to have Twitter ads and promotions on top Twitter spaces to promote this project. We're also going to hold YouTube campaigns and also YouTube videos where we get to talk more about our project and also the tokens. We're going to have different language TGs for different language community to be able to communicate in their own language, in their own native language concerning this project as well. And we're also going to look into different Chinese websites, the likes of Weibo, WeChat, and I think one other one as well. So we're also going to have ads on KuCoin, CoinMarketCap, and also Dex2 Trends as well. And our team is also going to be going on a tour to carry out the physical marketing, where we get to meet with different fitness organizations and also hospitals, where we get to promote our projects and also get massive users to make use of the app as well. We're also going to be giving incentives and also airdrops to promote massive users as well.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Lastly, we all know that the success of every project lies in the hands of the team. So, you tell me, how experienced is your team in this space? Have they be a part of any project? And like entirely, how will your team experience influence the project? And can you tell me the reason why you're bullish on your project? Thank you.
Okay, wonderful question. Now, if you look at the work the team has put in, we have a Telegram group of over 4,000 persons. We have a Twitter of over 1,000 persons. We have been able to come up with an app that is live for beta version. It should communicate to everyone that we're not sleeping on our jobs. Everybody's up and doing. And all this we were able to do in less than 2 months. We've been working hard on the project now. So when it comes to dedication, we are dedicated. I've not had sleep for some hours, and we're well into midnight in my country, and I'm still awake. So it shows how dedicated we are. And then when it comes to experience, I've been a part of few crypto projects, and some members of the team has also got good experience in the crypto space. I've been in the crypto space for 8 years now. So I have good understanding of what it takes, and you can see our developer, he's doing great. He's also got good experience in terms of developing apps. So you can see that the team is actually equipped enough for the tasks ahead. And we are starting, we're just about six to seven persons currently, but we've been able to achieve this far now. Imagine what happens when we increase our team, when we have 10, 15 more persons coming to join the team, more ideas coming into the team, that's more experience coming into the team. And give us the next 1 month, you will be wowed with what we will be able to achieve. Thank you.
Appreciate that. And then Mindy, thanks for the questions. The other thing too, for the marketing piece, you mentioned that you were going to get out there and spread the word. I don't see on your website right now, but maybe it'd be a good idea for you guys to kind of put some kind of store up there so people can buy merchandise and that could also help with some of the marketing parts as well. I don't know if that's something that's already in the works, but I think that would be pretty beneficial because, like you said, this world does need to continue to work out. As I ate like 3 donuts before this AMA and a energy drink, so I do need to go get some steps in. But I mean, you're absolutely right. But I think that if you haven't done a story yet, I think that might be a good idea to do that. And then, as far as the commitment, you're one of like very few projects that are out there that actually have something completed. When I was researching the projects, the fact that I saw that you already had an Android app and an Apple Store app, I was very impressed because a lot of people don't have any utilities ready to go. It's usually further down the road. You guys actually have, some substance, to work with already. It's not, 100%, ready to go yet, but it is impressive that it's there right now. So I just wanted to follow up with that part is you can tell that you guys are working hard on that. And it's nice to know that. I was going to ask you about like how long you guys have been working on this project, and you mentioned 2 months, and you can definitely tell you've been putting in the work.
Thank you so much. I think the story idea is quite fantastic. We'll put up something on the website. We'll meet right after this AMA and then see how we can get it up on the website because it's going to communicate a whole lot. Thank you for the idea. And then for our dedication, we just have to make this project work. We cannot be coming to market a substandard project to the world. No, it doesn't make sense. We need to get out something of quality, and then it's also going to be one of our competitive advantages over. Obviously, there are a whole lot of move to earn tokens on the space, but we need to stand out from them. So we had to just put our heads down and come up with something. And just give us some more time. You'll be so amazed with what we can do, what we already have in plans. Thank you.
Absolutely. One other question I meant to ask earlier, that I forgot about, but when I downloaded the app, the one thing it did is it did ask me for authorization to use the app. So I guess one of my questions is, what are you guys doing, in regards to privacy? And, are you going to be using that data for any particular purposes, selling it off, or what does that part look like for people that are, concerned about their privacy and, what's shared and what is not shared? Can you go into that?
Yeah. Noel, please, can you do an overview of what we have in store for privacy for the community to hear?
Okay. The app has a lot of inbuilt features, some of which are very complex, but I'll try to take out as many as I can. Now, for privacy, most of the data we collect is itemized in our privacy policy and how we handle the user's data, the sensitive levels of information that we collect, such as the user's email and his location data, and how we only store this data for as long as we need to, just in order to process the user's workout, after which the data is offloaded from our servers. So we really don't retain any data, neither do we sell any data as itemized in our privacy policy. Also, sensitive information never leaves the user's mobile phone. So information such as the user's wallet address and private keys, all of that is stored on the device and not on our servers. So even if when the user logs out and logs back in, he sees that his wallet is still there, but that wallet wasn't retrieved from our servers. It was stored on his device with a hash that was signed using the same password he uses to log into his account. So we only store information that we need to evaluate the anti-cheat mechanism in the game. We also use Hyper servers and HTTPS mechanism to transport users' information. This way, the user's information is not being sniffed upon or being interpreted by a third party. So most of we went due to the highly sensitive nature of crypto projects and users' personal information. We have taken a lot of steps. Some of them are more visible than others.
Sorry, can I ask a question?
Go ahead, Sergio.
Okay. My question is, how did your project meet your expectations? It's actually amazing knowing that you have an app already in 2 months. Did your project meet the expectations? How would you adjust those expectations next time?
I'm not sure I understand your question. If you look at our roadmap, you see that we've established a set of features that we want to embed into our app.
Okay. Thank you.
Quick question to kind of follow up on the privacy piece, and I just thought about this as you were talking about it. But if you have the app downloaded on your phone, do you have to connect your wallet in order to track the steps, or if you leave the settings on allow all the time, does it automatically track those steps, or do you have to actually start the steps and then stop the steps? How does that work?
How the system currently behaves is that when the user starts, the user has to explicitly start his workout, thereby granting us access to his location in order for him to earn while he's moving around. The only thing we store on our server is the user's public key, not the private key, the public key. This is the user's public address that he uses to receive the tokens that we give him for running. So when we use our programs to evaluate that the user has completed the workout, we release the tokens to him. That's the current behavior of the application. I hope this answers your question.
Okay, so you don't need to connect your wallet in order for it to track your steps. It can do it without it?
No, you do not need to connect your wallet. However, you will not receive rewards, which defeats the purpose of the application. Also, to even start working out, you also need to get some sneakers, which require you to connect your wallet. And then, if you're not comfortable connecting your wallet, you can also create an in-app wallet where you can transfer, gas and other tokens into, so you can use within the app.
Perfect. Thanks for that. I don't see any questions in the announcement channel. Is there anyone in the community that has any more questions? Feel free to go ahead and speak up.
I think I do see one from Dubai God here in the main chat. He says, "How many tokens will be airdropped?" I think what he's asking is, how many tokens do you have allocated for your airdrop?
If we don't have it stated on the white paper, I think we omitted that, but we're looking at just a small portion of the tokens to be airdropped. The reason is we don't want large dumps from airdroppers after airdrops coming to spoil the chart. So we just airdrop 1% of the total token supply, and that will be for airdrops, and it will be well planned. So we have the airdrops actually achieving the aim for which, because we want to use the airdrops as one of the means to publicize the project. So it's going to be strategically planned, probably on launch or before launch, depending on the way the marketing team looks at it and sees it fit. Thank you.
Hopefully that clarifies the question that Dubai had. Thank you. Another question too is, I know I saw it on the white paper, but maybe a little bit of clarity for the NFTs. Are the shoes limited, or how does that work for the shoes per Cali Girl?
Before the shoes are limited. Now, the reason for the limitation is to also promote more income streams for shoe owners, for multiple shoe owners, obviously, and then for um, other investors. We want to create in-app inflows for them. So um, the shoes are limited. We may just be having as much as just 200, 300,000 shoes minted, depending on the decision of the thing. And once this is exhausted, we're not minting any other shoes. So those who got the shoes first can lease out the shoes much later. They can rent it out. They can open NFT stores on our app where you can actually come lease, rent, or sell or resell the shoes. Although, if you're trying to sell on the app, we have policies in place to checkmate. So we don't have one person buying up all the shoes and then trying to fix price, trying to become a monopoly in the market. And we have policies in place to checkmate it. So everybody gets a fair level playing ground on the marketplace. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Hopefully that answers Cali Girl's question. I think it does. Plotus Pears has a question. It says, I haven't seen this, but if you can kind of elaborate on it. But his question is, what makes your project stand out next?
Okay. Now, one of the major things we have currently in this space, if you look at some of our competitors, they have an activation code. I understand that the fact that the activation code is actually used to help monitor the number of users on the server, but it's also very difficult. It limits a whole lot of persons from using the app and then getting to be part of the ecosystem. So we took off the activation codes part. We will be monitoring the number of persons using the server from the usernames, and then we have our servers upgraded. After launch, we'll be doing more further upgrades on the server so we can have a large influx of people using the app without having any issue from the server. And then you can see the work we have done. We already have a mobile app. Very few projects of our level as a mobile app to show for the work they've done. That's also a standout feature. We have our renting system in place, and we're working towards getting the renting system as much as possible early enough so users can begin to rent out their shoes. We also have lower transaction fees compared to some of our competitors. You can see minting fees is a bit regulated, transaction fees, transaction tax also regulated, and for the first probably 3-4 days, we'll be regulating the price of the NFT. So even if somebody buys NFT shoes worth $50 and the price of the token appreciates, someone coming 2 days after, 3 days after can also buy the NFT shoes at the same amount. If the token price appreciates and the price of NFT shoes also skyrockets within 2 weeks on launch, it will be a turn off to a whole lot of investors because you'll be coming in and you'll be getting a shoe for up to $1,000 because obviously we're expecting to see the price of the token hits possibly 100, 200, 300x. So imagine if it makes 100 or 200x and you're coming in to get the NFTs. Probably you got to know about the project late and then you're coming in to get it at $1,000, $2,000. In as much as it's going to be more income to the ecosystem, but it's actually turned off to a whole lot of investors. So we try as much as possible to regulate the price within the first 1-2 weeks, and then before we can let the price fly. So early birds get the benefits. Obviously, within 1-2-3 weeks, we should be able to clean up the number of shoes minted, and then every other person coming can buy on the marketplace. So we're trying to regulate the price. That's one of our standard features. And then you get that has been going to development. Some of the influencers we've been in touch with, we kept updating them regularly. Golem, we've kept updating him. He's always been wanting to know how we've gone, what we've done on the app. We've kept updating him. Saul, my very good friend, we've also kept updating them. We try to build a transparent team, and because we believe transparency is going to be one of the major key standout features for us. So to be transparent as possible. So these are just a few, and if you take your time to go through what we've put up, you see a whole lot of standout features that distinguishes us from others.
No, I think that's great, and thank you for the thorough explanation on that. And just as you know, just to make everyone aware, the pre-sale is going to happen in 6 days and 15 hours. It looks like you guys currently have a 1,000 BNB. Let me take a look.
Sorry, I may have to halt you on that because we actually made some adjustments on the pre-sale details due to the fact that we want to use PinkSale's private pad for the private sale. So we'll be having our private sale now this month. Hopefully, more details on the private sale will be communicated, but we're looking at a 150 BNB hard cap for private, so we can use for marketing. And probably first week, 7 days interval from the private sale, we will be pushing for the pre-sale, and the hard cap still remains 1,000 BNB, but we just had to do this adjustment so we can actually fit into our Launchpad's plans too. So please, my apologies to everyone who was expecting to contribute into the project. My apologies. Please just bear with us. We want to put things in place, and then it will also help with the development of the app. So we have, if not all the features, ready for launch. So my apologies to everyone. Just be patient with us. On the 30th, your community is fortunate to be one of the few foremost communities we're having AMA in. So you can key into the price is also going to be almost about 50% difference on over a 50-60% difference to public sale price. So you could key into the private sale, it will be wonderful. Thank you. And then the whitelist that will be given a whitelist for private sale. Then after privates, we'll have more AMAs in other communities, and then we could a bit of whitelist tax for those who want to get into the whitelist that's pre-sale. Thank you.
Thanks for that, James. I appreciate the candor and giving us an update on that. And setting that correct. That's all that I have right now for questions. Does anyone else have any other questions? If not, we'll go ahead and move to the next portion. I'll open it up for any more questions right now. If you do, just feel free to unmute your mic and ask away.
I got a question about the footwear. Early in the AMA, you mentioned how certain footwear might accommodate to get you better points or whatnot. You mentioned Timberland in particular, which got my mind thinking in a totally different direction. Do you have in the plans for having data in your app for determining what kind of area that a person is physically going in, like maybe using altitude to see if they're hiking a mountain, or maybe GPS locating to see if they're doing another activity that might be in like a forested area or has like a lake or a river or something? And then with like a mountain, for example, you'd want hiking boots. For an area with water, you would want water boots. So it's not necessarily always best to have an athletic shoe, but just a thought that I had.
I can understand. We appreciate the opinion, and I'm not sure if water boots are it in. However, hiking is also a really great application of the app. Currently, the app only tracks GPS location and not the user's altitude. But in a future version of the app, I'm sure we'll be able to track the user's altitude and maybe reward users that go the extra mile. That's all.
That's a good question, Matt. I do a lot of hiking. I didn't even think about the altitude piece, but that'd be a great feature, especially with this app. Any other questions? All right. Well, with that, let's Mike, you there?
I sure am.
All right. So what we're doing now is, so at the end of the night, depending on the project, tonight we do have some whitelist spots to give away, and we do have some cash prizes. Usually we will send people over to the other groups Telegram chat and have have them say, USA Crypto Group sent them to help support their group, but they have a security measure in place like we do. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and pick the winners, the additional two winners here tonight in that case. But, I would still like you to, visit their Telegram, check it out, stay up to date. It's a good project. You shouldn't just be there for the cash prizes anyways. But, I know that's kind of an incentive. However, it looks like it's a really good project, something to take a look at. Obviously, do your own research. This was for informational purposes only. But it seems like it's going to be it seems like it is a good community to go visit and take a look at. So feel free to do that if you like. We'll go ahead and I'll kick it off to Mike so he can do the cash prizes and the whitelist. We have 7 to give away tonight. And Mike, it is all yours.
Thanks, Shake. It was a great AMA from the Step Up team. Really appreciate you guys coming out tonight. Like Shake said, we have 7 whitelist spots to give away to the community. To not hold it up any further, let me hit this shuffle up a couple of times and start rolling with these names. First, we're going to go for the 7 whitelist spots, and then we'll reset for cash. Let's see. Nami Navigator, congratulations, whitelist winner. Looks like it's going to be Fish Eye. Been pretty active lately. Congratulations. Won yourself a whitelist spot. Steak Lover. My man. Won yourself a whitelist spot. That's 3. Let's go for number 4. That's definitely a great AMA. There's a lot to unpack there. Bates. Won yourself a whitelist spot.
Yeah, it definitely was. A lot of fun little things.
Collins Jens Nathan. Congratulations. Won yourself a whitelist spot. Oh, that was close. Pato, congratulations. Won yourself a whitelist spot. You got 1 more. And then we'll reset for cash. Francesca, congratulations. Won yourself a whitelist spot. Let me just grab these names here. Congratulations to all our whitelist winners here. And I will reset for the cash. And after this is over too, I will be posting and pinning in the main chat all of the winners, and we will make sure that you guys over at the Step Up community get a copy as well. Okay. Okay, we're reset. We're going for 2 additional winners for cash, $25 each. Let's roll. Stevani, congratulations. Won yourself $25. Who's gonna be the last one? Ooh, that's close. Tony, won yourself $25. Congratulations. That is it for the wheel tonight. Great AMA from the Step Up community. I'll make sure I have all this pinned and posted. Probably, I'd say give me about 10 minutes. That way I can kind of get everything all situated and looking good. Then after that, I will be sure, James, to get you over a copy for your team. Thank you, guys.
James, I wanted to say thank you to you and your team for USA Crypto, and we greatly appreciate your time and explaining your project to us. It looks like it's a very fun and exciting and healthy project to get into. And thank you again for stopping by, and we look forward to seeing your project launch here soon. Any last things before we end the recording, James?
Okay, thank you so much for having us. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of the AMA. We deeply appreciate you. We just have one request. We would like you to try to download our app. The iOS version will be live very soon. We're trying to finish up documentation for it. And then please just download the app, go through it, share your reviews on our Telegram chats, and tell us areas you feel we can improve on it. We depend so much on your input to be able to make it much more better. So please do us that favor, get the app and get more updates. We hope to see more updates. You can even drop it on your chat to any of your admins. They can forward it to us. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. And the app is really good on Android so far, and it seems very user friendly. So if you haven't downloaded it, and you're curious about it, just go take a look. It is pretty neat. I haven't had a chance to play with it too much yet, but it does look like it has a lot of features, and I think that's a good ask. Is any feedback is warranted as far as what we would like to see and so forth. So very community driven, you and your team, James, so greatly appreciated. We are the investors, and it's good to see that you do want to listen to us and our feedback to make it a better community, better app, and better overall token. So thank you again. And that being said, thank you everyone for joining tonight for USA Crypto Group and Step Up. If you have any questions, feel free to, post them in the group chat or head over to their Telegram chat. And other than that, have a great rest of your evening. Mike, you're good to stop the recording.
Great. One thing I just wanted to add in real quick too, James, you do have a spot in our announcement channel that if any sort of updates that come your way, we give you a spot in our announcement channel to always keep your own specific project thread updated, which forwards itself to our main chat. So we'll always stay updated on anything you bring and want to put into that thread. But that's all I wanted to say. Thank you all. Go ahead, James.
All right. Thank you so much for that. We'll keep your community updated. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. All right, I'm going to stop the recording here.